Hey, good morning. I trust you all are doing well this morning. I want to read to you from the book of Job. I'm starting a new series on that this coming Sunday. And Job chapter 1 and verse number 1 says, "There was a man in the land of Uz whose name was Job. And that man was blameless and upright and one that feared God and shunned evil." What a testimony. I mean, he was blameless. By the way, that doesn't mean he never sinned. What it means is he worked hard in the sight of men to live a life that brought honor to God. Because the Bible teaches we all sin. All have sinned and come short of the glory of God. There's not a just man upon the earth that does good and sins not. However, how we live our life, how we live as lights, Matthew chapter 5, as salt of the earth, Matthew chapter 5, that determines how blameless we will be. Whether we have a testimony in front of people, he was blameless, he was upright, and in other words, he walked a straight path the best that he could. He feared God, he had respect for God. Didn't cower, that's not what that means, but he had respect for God and who God was. And he shunned evil. He did his best to stay away from evil. And he prospered. He prospered. The Bible says that he had 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and a huge household. That means a lot of people that worked in his household, that took care of his lawn and took care of his house and took care of cooking the meals and washing the dishes and trimming the hedges. And he had lots of people working for him. And he had an amazing family. You know, the Bible says that he had all of these sons and all of these daughters, 7 sons and 3 daughters. And they enjoyed each other and they fellowshiped with each other. And the Bible tells us that Job's godliness showed because every time his family got together, they were having a good time. There was no crisis going on. There was no problem going on. But Job was a wise, godly leader of his family. And as a result, the Bible tells us that Job would offer burnt offerings for them all. And he would pray for them all, that God would watch over them and care for them. What a family. What a great family Job had. However, there was a storm coming. By the way, storms happen to us all. We all have hard times. We all have tragedies that strike us in our lives. Now, it's hard to see that others go through what we go through when we're going through the middle of it. But the truth is, the same rain falls on the just that falls on the unjust. We all go through a hard time. The question is this: will you be ready? Will you be ready when the storm comes? Doesn't matter how blessed you are. It doesn't matter how prosperous you are. Doesn't matter how close you are to God. You're going to have to deal with the storm. How will you deal with the storm? I'm going to be talking about that future days. I'm going to be preaching on that on Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. I hope you'll join us. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Would you do that? Take care.